In June 2015, a chilling crime stunned the quiet town of Springfield, Missouri. Police discovered the body of Claudine Dee Dee Blanchard, stabbed to death in her home. At first, suspicion fell on her daughter, Gypsy Rose, a young woman who, to neighbors in the world, appeared to be a frail, wheelchair-bound girl suffering from leukemia, muscular dystrophy, and countless other illnesses. But as investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a shocking truth. Much of Gypsy's supposed illnesses were lies. Lies carefully constructed and enforced by Dee Dee herself. For years, Gypsy had been the victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a rare form of abuse where a caregiver fabricates or induces illness in a child to gain sympathy and control. Dee Dee presented Gypsy as a sick child from the time she was very young. She shaved her daughter's head to mimic chemotherapy, forced her to use a wheelchair despite Gypsy being able to walk, and convinced doctors to perform unnecessary surgeries. The two received free trips, charity support, and even a home built by Habitat for Humanity. To outsiders, Dee Dee was the picture of a devoted mother, caring tirelessly for her sickly daughter. Behind closed doors, the reality was terrifying. Dee Dee tightly controlled Gypsy's life, monitoring her conversations, restricting her diet, and even forging medical records. Gypsy was led to believe she was years younger than her real age and too ill to live independently. She endured years of psychological manipulation, isolation, and medical abuse. But Gypsy's desire for freedom only grew. Secretly, she began using the internet, where she met Nicholas Godejohn, a man from Wisconsin. The two developed a relationship online and eventually plotted Dee Dee's murder as a way for Gypsy to finally escape. On June 14, 2015, Nicholas traveled to Missouri. That night, as Gypsy hid in the bathroom, Nicholas stabbed Dee Dee to death while she slept. The pair fled to Wisconsin, but investigators quickly traced their movements through online activity. Within days, Gypsy and Nicholas were arrested. The shocking revelation that Gypsy had never been sick and had been held captive in her mother's world of fabricated illness captivated the nation. Public opinion was divided. Many saw Gypsy as a cold-blooded killer, while others viewed her as a victim driven to desperate measures after years of abuse. In 2016, Gypsy accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 10 years in prison for second-degree murder. Nicholas, who carried out the stabbing, received a life sentence without parole. The case sparked national conversations about medical abuse, the failures of the healthcare system, and how a victim of lifelong manipulation could end up in such a tragic situation. Documentaries, TV series, and countless articles have since examined the complexities of the case. Today, Gypsy Rose Blanchard remains behind bars, but her story continues to raise difficult questions about abuse, accountability, and what happens when a victim becomes complicit in a crime. For many, it remains one of the most disturbing and unforgettable cases in modern American true crime.